Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. This is going to be your daily tarot reading for the 5th of July, 2023. We'll be using the Green Witch Tarot yet again for today's daily reading. I do believe this is the 5th day in a row my ancestors have called for this particular deck. So let's see what more it has to tell you for the week. For the 5th of July in particular. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna zoom us in just a tad bit more. Hopefully you can see that better, and you might have a bit of a glare. Hopefully that was an improvement. Alright, folks, we got quite a few cards here. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, the Ten of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Witch, which is the Magician, in the reverse, the Temperance card in the reverse, the Four of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the Battle Wagon, which is our Chariot from this deck, the Lord and Lady, which is our Lovers, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and we end on the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, I know that's quite a few major arcanas and court cards, but these are not actually people, so we got to read it for characteristics for this. And I'm sorry, Buttercup, but you're going to have to suck it up because adulting sucks. And you might have to remind yourself that you have to get stuff done. There's a lot of responsibilities, obligations we have as an adult. And yes, a lot of that means that there are things that our heart is not exactly into. We don't have a lot of motivation because we're not emotionally excited or invested in something. Instead, it's a have to, a must have, just a way of day-to-day things, you know, like doing the dishes that are overflowing your sink. Unfortunately, if you neglect them long enough, they overflow the sink and onto the counter, and it's a snowball effect. And those are not exactly nice chores. A lot of us hate it, especially considering we have to do them so often, and it never goes away. Hence our Three of Swords we have right here. But we can't run from it. That doesn't improve the situation. Like I said, it snowballs. Adulting sucks. It doesn't help us create balance. It doesn't help us create a good environment. It doesn't help us to progress or move forward. So we can't rest on it. We can't ignore it. It's not going to go away. But not putting energy towards it doesn't correct the situation. That is not a viable solution. You know, those bills that are piling up on your end table that need to be paid because the due date is slowly approaching and it's going to come like clockwork every month. Now is the time to get up off your butt and see to it. There's connections, relationships, obligations, things that we have to maintain for our, you know, prosperity, our day-to-day living, our own comfort and well-being. Yes, that means we have to do things like scrub the bathtub, do laundry, do dishes, pay bills, you know, organize things, go to work. There's a big one for a lot of you out there. You have to go to work. So when the alarm clock goes off, this is not the day to ignore the alarm clock. This is the day to shut off the alarm clock, take a deep breath, and go, okay, we got to do this. And force yourself to roll out of bed. So, yes, I'm sorry, Buttercup. Suck it up, because we have to do this. We have to get moving. No, that doesn't mean we may not be the most pleased at having to do it, but on our today, you know, checklist, to-do list, you know, everything that we have to do at work, sometimes we just have to do it. We're obligated. It's a force of necessity that should be motivating us right now. Because obviously we don't have the power to motivate ourselves. Everything is kind of dragging on us, feeling a little weighted, maybe a little burned out, a little disgruntled, maybe needing a day off or a vacation at this point. But we have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, suck it up, and keep on trucking, because everything's gonna snowball. It's all gonna come to a head, and it's going to get worse if you ignore it or walk away from it or pretend that oh, I'll just do that tomorrow or the next day. It's still going to be there. It's not going to go away. So you might as well get to it. Let me double check the astrology for you. Huh. Well, that's appropriate. Moon in Aquarius squares Jupiter in Taurus. Can be difficult to have motivation to get you moving. You may refrain from completely. This is where that ignoring and running away energy I'm getting is. Good if you have time to be lazy, but you have to force yourself to move if you don't. So if it's your day off and you have the extra time to spend an hour by yourself just to decompress, maybe watch a movie, listen to some music, do something on the side, sure, yeah, go for it. But if the alarm clock goes off in the morning and you're supposed to be at work in less than an hour, sorry, honey, but you gotta keep on moving. That's one of those, don't roll over and go back to bed. Get your butt up. And for those of you out there who love the numerology, all our cards today add up to 74, which reduces to 11, which is the master number of service. You can be of great service to yourself, your family, and those around you, especially your coworkers, for those of you that are having to go to work today, by getting yourself up and going. Get yourself motivated. Sucking it up and doing what you need to. Not because you want to, not because it's the most fun thing in the world, but because you're an adult and you have responsibilities. And it's best if we take care of what we are responsible for, what we're obligated to do, the necessities of life. So remember, at the end of today, if you manage to get out of bed, good. That's step 1. If you manage to get dressed, okay, that's step 2. If you manage to make it to work, okay, great. If you manage to feed yourself 3 times a day, great, that's an accomplishment. If you manage to pay your bills or clean your house, remember, that's an accomplishment. Not always the funnest thing, but it's something that's necessary in life. So for those of you that may be struggling with depression or exhaustion or just lack of motivation, low energy in any form, ADHD, stress, anything I just named that is an accomplishment in and of itself, go ahead and give yourself some props for anything you get done off your to-do list, or even just getting up out of bed, putting clothes on, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth. And if that's all you accomplish today, take it as a win, please. All right, my lilies, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for today. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.